the dead bug. So the dead bug's a lovely exercise to warm up the abdominals and the core. We're going to start on our back, hands over shoulders, knees over hips. So I'm on my back. And from this position, I'm going to extend out my right arm and left leg, squeezing my lumbar into the floor, bringing them back in, and then my left arm and right leg. So opposites are friends. We're going to start that in 3, 2, 1. Good. So the arms and legs are up. We're going to extend out the left foot, right arm, bring those back in. We're going to extend out the right leg, left arm, bring those back in. Again, we're looking to keep the lumbar really strong. So we're trying to squeeze a piece of paper or a very small pencil to the floor between the mat and the lower back. Good work, everyone. So we're extending out, 2-second hold, bring them back in, extending out, bring them back in. Got another 10 seconds of work. It's a lovely, lovely warm up or core stabilizing exercise. Keep everything steady in the middle. Good, we're going to rest in 3, 2, 1, and rest. Right, so we're going to look at the bird dog. So we're down on the floor on all fours. So I'm going to take our hands and kneeling position. And from here, I'm going to make sure I've got a nice neutral spine. I'm looking down at the floor. And I'm going to extend out my right arm and left leg, fix and hold for 2 seconds. Bring that back in. My left arm and right leg for 2 seconds. Bring that back in. We're going to do 40 seconds of work in 3, 2, 1. Good. So well done, everyone. So we're on all fours. We'll extend out the right arm and left leg, fix and hold. I'm going to bring that back in. So we're really trying to warm up the rotator cuff, the glutes, the hamstring. So we're asking the midline of the body to remain nice and steady as we bring out the periphery. So the arm and leg move around the midline. So some people do this for 2 seconds, some will do this for 5. As long as you feel that you're nice and stable, you're pushing into the floor with the hand, pulling that thumb to the sky, pushing the heel away, and we're doing really well. So I'm trying to keep my head looking down in front of my fingers. I'm going to rest in 3, 2, 1, and rest. The bridge. So we're going to get down on the floor, we're lying on our backs in supine. So we're going to have our feet about hip to shoulder width apart, laying flat on our backs. We're going to have our head down, our palms down. We're going to press through our heels, bring our hips up towards the sky, and then we're going to lower the hips back down to the floor. So we're going to do this for 40 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Good. Lying on our backs, feet on the ground, and we're going to push up. Now we can change the length of the lever by bringing our feet closer or further away from our hips. Now that's fine to do either. All it does is alter whether we get our hamstrings or our glutes, which is our bum, working harder. We're just controlling the descent as we bring the hips back down to the ground. We push up, squeeze the floor with our heels. Good, well done. You've got 10 more seconds of work. Pushing into the floor with the heels, lowering down slowly. 1 more rep. And rest, well done. The side bridge. So again, we're down on the ground, we're going to turn on our side. Our knees, our hips and our shoulders are a team. So when we're down on our side, I want my shoulder over my elbow, squeeze my hip forward, have my knee, hip and shoulder in line. From this position, I'm going to press my hips off the floor, extend my arm up. I might even want to look at it. I'm going to bring myself back down. I'm going to do that 20 seconds each side from now. So on our right side, pressing up, look up at the hands, squeeze the hips, reset back to the ground. Pushing up, looking up at the hand, reset back to the hips, well done. Pushing up, squeeze and hold, couple of seconds, bring it back down. Last rep on this side, well done. Roll over, and we're going to reverse that position. So hips, knees and shoulders are a team, elbow in that gap, press up, fix and hold, well done. Back down again, push up, back down, last rep, and rest, well done. So we're going to look at commando press. So sometimes it's called a half plank to full plank or an up down. We're going to call it commando. So we're down in the press up position, hands under the shoulders, feet slightly apart. We're going to come down to the elbows, hold for a second. We're going to bring ourselves back up. Simple as that. We come up and down from a half plank to a full plank or a press up position to a plank. In 3, 2, 1. Hands in position. Well done. So we're working down. We're going to hold that position there. Come back up again. Good. Now if you've got the control to alternate which arm you come up and down, that's brilliant. What we're looking to focus on as well is It's keeping the hips stable, the head looking forward of the hands. We're working up and down in that position there. Good. Doing really well. Last 5 seconds. And rest. Well done. The plank exercise, so a very, very classic exercise here. We're going to have the shoulders over the elbows, the body's in a fixed position, so we have a strong anterior chain. Abdominals, quads, and the shoulders are doing a lot of work here. So I have my elbows here, my shoulders over elbows, I'm looking in front, my heels and toes are together, and I'm going to squeeze. So we're going to start that now. So up in that plank position, my shoulders are over my elbows, my eyes are looking forward with my fists and my hands. I've got my toes together, my heels together, and I'm trying to squeeze my quads nice and tight, squeeze my glutes. There's a real pillar strength exercise. I'm trying to stay strong through the middle of the body. We're still breathing, we're still squeezing, and we're going to imagine we're pulling the elbows back, pulling the toes forwards to create an anterior stabilisation on the front of the body. We've got 5 more seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and rest the knees. Well done. The dolphin press. So with the dolphin press, what we're looking to do, we're in a lovely regular plank stance. From that plank, we're going to hinge back like we're in a down dog. So it's a little bit different. Instead of the lever being at the hand, the lever's at the elbow. I'm in a plank from here. I'm going to hinge back. I'm going to hold my body back over my elbows. 3, 2, 1. Good. Start in that plank with the feet ever so slightly apart. You're going to hinge back, hold, reset back over the shoulder line, looking in front of the fists. We're going to hinge back, hold for a second, back over the shoulder line. There's a lovely stretch. It's also really strengthening through the shoulders, really push the elbows away. We're trying to keep the body away from the floor. You've got 15 more seconds of work. Hinging from there, pushing back, rocking forward. You've got 5 more seconds of work. Keeping that body strong under tension, and rest. The bicycle crunch, so sometimes called a cycle crunch. We're going to lay on our backs and we're going to rotate our elbows and knees together. So I'm going to really roll my left elbow towards my right knee, my right elbow touches the floor, and I'm going to change direction and fully extend my heel. So 40 seconds of work in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to pull my right knee in, my left elbow, and I'm going to switch my right elbow to left knee, and I'm going to switch. Notice I'm not pulling on the back of my head. I'm trying to hold my fingertips loosely to my temples, and I'm extending my feet away, getting that full rotational movement, making the abdominals do the work. So we're really not pulling on the neck. We're trying to use the abdominals, rotating into position. You can do this a lot faster as long as you keep the form really, really nice, so we're not flapping around. Keep going for me, everyone. In 3, 2, 1, and rest your feet. Well done. Child pose. Extended child pose is a lovely stretch you can do at the beginning or the end of a workout to either prepare the body or to cool it down. It really opens up the hips, the back, and the shoulder. So this position we're looking at from here, the hands are forward, the palms are down, the knees are slightly apart. I'm going to sit back on my heels, let my elbows relax to the floor, let my head relax down. So we're going to do 40 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Good. So I'm back onto my heels, relax through the elbows, my forehead reaches down towards the floor. People have a very big difference in their range of motion, but I'm about comfortable there, my head just off the ground. And what you can do from this position, you can actually just a little bit of soft rotation, side to side, open up to the lats and shoulders. So it makes it a little bit more dynamic at the beginning of a workout. If it's the end of the workout, we might hold that position steady and focus on our breathing. In through the nose, and then relax and come a little bit deeper into that stretch as you breathe out. Resting in 3, 2, 1, and rest. The bear crawl. So the bear crawl doesn't have to take up loads of space. We can do it in a little bit of floor space anywhere at home, wherever we need to be. So the bear crawl position, I start on all fours. All I want to do, put weight on my toes, lift my knees up, take a few little paces forwards, take a few little paces back, and then rest in my knees whenever I want. So 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to push the knees off the floor, brace into the ground. We're going to go right, left, and we're going to work back. So I'm going to take tiny little steps. What I'm looking to do, keep the hand under the shoulder and keep the knees under the hips and really maintain neutral spine. It's a lovely exercise for strengthening the shoulders, strengthening the quads. And I love working opposite pairs. So when I move my right hand, my left leg moves, and vice versa. Got 5 more seconds, little movements, and rest.